Hi, Eve and Mark. It's Jenny and Phil. Wanted to just show you why the pergola won't be 14 by 16 post to post. There's just constrictions in terms of it just won't be that way. I'm not sure how it got to be this way, but so we have a fixed spot over here, so that we're constricted with where the post, how far back the post can go there. And so if the hole for the post needs to be an 18-inch hole, then you figure, it looks like somebody drew that in the pink there, but it would be, 9 inches out there. So this is a fixed spot. So if you go from here down to over there, where the board and the wall are, and you do your 18-inch hole and do 9 inches, so then we've got an established length. And so the length from here to here, the most it can be, instead of 16, is going to be 13 feet 10 inches. We could move that board out, but then we wouldn't have any planting space there. Right now there's about 30 inches of planting space there at the most. And now for the width, it can't be 14 anymore, because if you have to go from eave of the house to eave of the pergola being 6 feet, we know that the eave of the house is about 22 inches, and then you go 6 feet out. Depending on how wide we make that overhang, Barrett's is 18. We thought 12 would be fine. If we can go less, that's great. But let's just say the eave of the pergola, that's 6 feet right there. So that's one way or the other. That's where the eave of the pergola has to be. The post, it just matters how wide that is. But if we say it's 12 inches overhang of the beam, then the post has to be there. And again, we just went 9 inches out because you have to do an 18-inch hole. So we figured that's about 9 inches. So if you go from here to there, then that is 12 feet 4 inches. Okay, so now our pergola is now 13 by 10 by 12 feet 4 inches, just because that's what we've got. Now just to kind of work, because then I got worried, Eve, about the table. So these pots right here on the outer, what those represent a table that's 48 inches wide with chairs allowing about 20 inches, 18 inches on either side. So that's kind of the space that the table and chairs would be. And there's room for the barbecue if it's about 2 feet out. The only thing that's going to be a little, Eve, you had mentioned, but I don't know how to get around it, is the post is going to be right in the middle of kind of the walkway into the pergola area. So anyway, that's where we kind of are now. We're going to have to go run by the city first thing in the morning and pull the drawings, because we don't want to, he already stamped them, so we may have to pay for a change fee, but it's not 14 by 16. The only thing that might change it a little bit is if the overhang between the post and the beam, we allotted 12 inches, but if it ends up being 10 inches, it might go, that would move over. And of course we could move that post over to the green paint and have it flush, but Phil was just worried that might look a little weird. So I guess the question is what looks weirder, having the post kind of in the middle of the patio there, or moving it over and having it flush and no beams? We were just a little worried that might look weird. Okay, bye.